Hey everyone, I'm feeling a whole lot better since the surgery. So I'm sure I think the last vlog that you saw, I was actually laying in a hospital bed and I was uh, a little out of it because they had given me like Loratabs or something. But yeah, I'm home now. I've been home for several days. My swelling in my belly and in my intestines is going down. Yeah, I had this like bad swelling thing where I don't know why, but like the tissues in my abdomen filled up with liquid and I bloated and I couldn't put my pants on. It was painful. It looked horrible. I felt like a big, nasty, jiggly water balloon, but the swelling's going down. And I'm actually feeling really good. I'm no longer having caffeine withdrawal because I finally drank coffee today. And maybe that's one of the reasons I feel so good. But anyway, in a few days, I'm actually leaving, going to drive to Cleveland for maybe 5.5 to 6 hours. It's about how far it is from Louisville. And I'm going to be visiting with the boyfriend. And so I'm really excited about that. He's excited about that. And my daughter is here someplace. I'm not sure where she is right now. Anyway, so yeah, I decided to start working on tidying up my car before the trip because my car had gotten kind of nasty from the winter, like all the salt and stuff on the streets got up on it, and salt was all over the floor mats, and it was dirty inside. So yeah, Lucky was yucky. So I've got it parked right in front of the garage, and I'm working on doing some cleaning, and so I figured I would just grab my camera and do a quick vlog. And I figured I would actually just show you guys Lucky. I figured now's a good time. So yeah, I've had Lucky since December. Yeah, the car I had before, poor old Midnight. Poor old Midnight had to be sent to car heaven because Midnight, as much as I loved that car, just was not dependable anymore. I was living in fear, like always wondering, like, when's it gonna break down again? Where am I gonna be when it happens? And who's gonna be able to come to my rescue? And how much is it gonna cost to get it fixed? And then how am I to get to and from work for the next like week while they're having to fix whatever fucked up shit is wrong with that car again? So anyway, yeah, poor old Midnight, the magic wagon, finally had to go to car heaven. And so I found my little Lucky, and I'll show you guys Lucky. This is Lucky. So Lucky is a 2014 Mitsubishi Mirage, and yes, that is the factory color, that bright sour apple green color. So anyway, when I got Lucky, it had been traded in by someone who, well, let's just say she probably had more dollars than cents, because I know that she did not keep up with the scheduled maintenance on this car. She fucked up on the warranty. She knew she'd fucked up, so she decided to trade it in for a Honda Fit, is what I was told. And so, yeah. But yeah, Lucky is just a really, really basic little car, and honestly, that was exactly what I was looking for. When I went to the dealership, I told the guy, see, yeah, it's really dirty in there. So I told the salesperson, I said, look, I want it to have a sticker price of $10,000. I want 4-cylinder engine or smaller. I want a hatchback. I want 4 doors. I want small tires, small wheels, and it didn't matter to me whether or not they were hubcaps or alloys, because you can see it's hubcaps, which doesn't matter to me at this point, really. I just was looking for something that's cheap, and small wheels, actually the tires are much cheaper. You get into the bigger tires like Midnight had. Midnight was a Ford Taurus station wagon. Those tires on those things, like used ones, were still like 60 to 80 bucks. On these babies, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if brand new, if that is like the same amount of money. So everything's cheaper on a smaller car. So yeah, but yeah, actually in this car, Lucky actually only has a 3-cylinder engine, and I will show you. And this car gets unbelievable gas mileage, as you can imagine. Can't find the thing. Where's the thing? There it is. Okay, not easy to do this with one hand. Pardon me for being completely freaking retarded. Anyway. There we go. Whew. See? 1, 2, 3. Little 3-cylinder engine. So, and actually this car warms up very quickly in the winter. I mean, I'm 3 blocks away from the house, and I can feel warm air coming through. So, and so, I mean, it's just very small and compact in here. I mean, you can look and see straight down through the ground. It's got automatic transmission. And the salesman told me, you know, what if we don't have anything in automatic? Because it doesn't matter, really. I just, you know, I really just wanted a car that wasn't 100 years old and falling apart, really. That's my main goal, so goal achieved. So, and this car does take some strange kind of oil. Let me see here. It takes, usually it says on the cap, but not on this cap it doesn't. So, anyway, but yeah. It takes like a really high viscosity synthetic oil is what it takes. And that's normal for small engines. So yeah, this car gets like, oh my gosh, like 45 miles to the gallon on the highway. And like 32 or something in the city. I mean, it's just unreal. I mean, it's got a 9.5, no, that's not the right size, 9.2 something maybe, gallon fuel tank. And if I'm down to like one little segment on the fuel bars thing, it only takes like $7 or $8 and it's full. I mean, this is assuming that gas is right around $2 a gallon. So, yeah. Yep, I'm kind of in the process of vacuuming. So, there's Lucky's insides. So, you see how filthy it is down there. Yeah, small car, but it's perfect for me, so. The only thing that kind of sucks really is that there's no tinted windows, so it does get rather hot in here, and people can see in. So they can like see me like talking to myself or picking my nose and doing all those sorts of things. And if I want to flatten out, the back seat, I have to take the headrests off because otherwise they'll bump against back here, and then I can't flatten out the seat. So a bit of a pain in the ass, but that's not that big of a deal. And one thing I do really like is the fact that it's got this privacy thing. See, it's like connected, like I can take it off if I want to, see. Let's put it back on. But it's got this privacy thing, so if whatever I put in the trunk in the back here, no one will be able to see it once I close the hatch. So and oh yeah, my stickers. Got some Star Wars stickers. And just some basic Celtic designs. There's some other stuff on there too, but I'll show you that later. So, yeah. But I guess that's really enough about Lucky. So I'm just really excited about taking my trip in a couple of days. So, but the weather is just so beautiful out today. You can see the Bradford pear tree finally got leaves. And there's the garden. Mom hasn't put anything in there yet, and I'm kind of surprised because that's like the first thing she does once the weather warms up. She runs out to the hardware store and spends an ungodly amount of money on pots and seeds and plants and dirt and this and that because she thinks she has to have all that stuff. But, you know, I guess if it makes her happy, then so be it, whatever. I do enjoy the garden. Like, if we're sitting out here on the porch, like having a beer or a glass of wine after work, after I've been at work all day, I do enjoy, like, having flowers around, so, yeah. And I'm going to look around to see if Twiggy and Truffle are out. Twiggy and Truffle are these two squirrels. They're a mated pair. The male is Twiggy. I named him Twiggy because he's kind of scrawny. And Truffle is the female because she's kind of pudgy. That's why I named her Truffle. And sometimes you can see them out and about in the yard. Like this morning I actually saw Truffle sitting right there underneath that birdhouse thing that says Rock City, and she was kind of snoozing. And I took a picture of her and sent it to my boyfriend and said, Truffle needs a nap in the middle of the day. I guess Twiggy must be keeping her up all night. Haha. So, yeah. There's my mom's bird feeders on that tree there. She really enjoys watching the birds. So, and there's the neighbor's stuff. Oh crap. Hang on, I can't see what I'm doing because there's a glare on the screen. Ah, that's better. Yeah, there is a bird feeder. So, yeah. This is our maple tree. And it's actually not too windy out today. I might try to do my fabric flowers today if I feel up to it. So, yeah, sorry that was so shaky. There was a glare on the screen and I couldn't really I couldn't really see what was going on the screen. I'm like, ah, wait a minute, what am I looking at here? The neighbors are going to think I'm spying on them. So, yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Oh, and I haven't had to take my pain medicine in 2 days. This is day number 2 with no pain medicine. And I stopped taking it at night too because all it did was keep me awake. It made me itchy and twitchy, and it made me feel real fuzzy and buzzy, and I just didn't like it. And I mean, I haven't really had any pain anymore where my incisions are, except for the one that's got the giant bruise on it. And it looks so terrible, but it actually looks worse than it actually feels, because I mean, it's just a big, nasty, like fuchsia purple colored bruise on one of my incisions, and oddly enough, it doesn't hurt. But what does hurt, actually, I have started to notice, is the pain inside, where basically they had to remove my cervix and then sew me shut on the inside. So, yeah, that's the reason you don't want to have hard stools when you have abdominal surgery. So, yeah, that's, yeah, I've definitely been taking in a whole lot more like fruits and veggies and fiber and liquids than normal, so luckily I have not had anything terrible happen, so I'm actually feeling really good. I feel like my normal self. The only thing that's not normal is I can't lift anything still. Nothing over 10 pounds, which that seems awfully light. I can't push anything, can't pull anything, can't lift anything. 10 pounds. So yeah, later on when it's time to actually wash Lucky on the outside, I'm gonna have to get my daughter out here, and I'm gonna have to get her to drag the water bucket around because I'm not gonna be able to do it. And so I told her that if she helped me out today, that when I go to Cleveland, we'd go to the big giant candy store downtown, and that Brian, that's my boyfriend, that we would maybe get her some candy for helping out and stuff. So, because she asked for candy, and I didn't want to just like give it to her just because she asks for it. That's like the wrong thing to do with kids, in my opinion. I mean, you don't want to put it in their head that just because they ask for something that they should get it. So I told her, all right, if you want candy, you're going to earn it. You're going to help me out today by carrying around the water bucket, and you're going to help me vacuum the floor in my room tomorrow because I can't push the vacuum cleaner either. So that'll be how you're going to earn your candy. That's fine. So to me, that seems fair. I mean, she's 11 years old. I mean, you know, I really don't condone giving kids candy that much, but the thing is, I mean, she's actually a really well-behaved kid, and she's rarely allowed to have sweets and candy, at least when she's with me. So I figure, you know, if she, you know, that's fine. I cut her some slack every once in a while, but yeah, I didn't want her to just give her candy or give her something just because she asks for it. So that's just the wrong thing to do. That's how you raise an asshole. Anyway, an entitled asshole. So anyhow, yeah, that's what's going on around here today. And I've been talking for quite a while, so I'm gonna shut up now, and I guess maybe I'll add to this video, maybe I won't, I haven't decided yet. So, but I'll definitely be taking the camera with me to Cleveland, and I'll be making some videos for you guys while I'm up there. So yeah. Alright, bye.